Chairman. And first of all, I want to say that I appreciate Senator Seeberger kind of working with me on a number of these changes that are in the bill. And I do support those changes, and I think we have a good bill, and I wish we could just pass that bill the way it is. The problem I see with an amendment and why I supported removing it in Rules Committee is that when you think about how many businesses are impacted, we are actually a land of small businesses, which is wonderful that we have so many small businesses this size. But it does create a problem because if you're looking at businesses with under 4, then 3 times as many workers are impacted, about 110,000 workers, by losing this benefit that they've had for the past year and a half. And that's the basic problem I have with this. Other communities that instituted earned sick and safe time before we did a state bill, St. Paul, Minneapolis, Duluth, Bloomington, they did not have any kind of carve-outs, any kind of exemptions, and I actually didn't hear from any of them about problems that they had. So in addition to impacting so many workers, to take away not just the time, but also the protections. So for safe time, for example, or for taking care of a family member, not just yourself that is sick, taking a child to a doctor's appointment, all those would be protected under and available under earned sick and safe time. But the other problem is that it makes it extremely difficult to administer. A small business carve-out of any size will require rulemaking by the Department of Labor and Industry, costing hundreds of thousands of dollars to clarify when the law applies. Is it day by day, depending on how many workers are on the payroll? Is it a yearly average? How does one compute that average? How do you determine the average for a new business? Are franchises and chains treated separately or together? Are all workers counted or only those in Minnesota? And if so, what qualifies as a worker as actually being in the state of Minnesota? And even after rulemaking carve-outs create a nightmare of compliance and enforcement problems when different workers and employers are treated differently and neither knows what provisions of law do or don't apply to them, and where that lack of clarity actually results in more complaints to DLI, whose investigations will be even more complicated and result in more conflict between workers and employers, not less. So for those 2 reasons, that we're taking away a benefit that over 100,000 workers have had for the last year and a half, and because it makes it a nightmare for compliance, I'm unfortunately going to have to oppose this amendment.